Let me ask you this, Carrie. If you could tell anybody anything, what would it be?
I would say with or without help, you need to dig deep and find within yourself what you truly love doing.
Welcome to the Work Hard People's Podcast. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. We really appreciate everybody liking and subscribing. Please continue to do so. If you're new here, I'm James. I'm the old guy. And my partner, Emma, she can't be here today, but I think she'll be back on next week. Um, Today, I'm pretty excited about today. We have the very bold and beautiful and strong Kari Miller. I first came across her, I don't know, 3 years ago through Axe and Sledge. It was either through the demo crew or just the Axe and Sledge page. Did you do their first challenge?
I believe so.
It might have been there, but anyway,
Okay.
I watched if you follow Carrie, if you don't, you need to, and we'll in the description we'll list her social medias and things, and I believe she has an Axe and Sledge code. We'll list that as well if you want to try out their supplements. But when I first came across her, she's this little bitty thing. There wasn't a whole lot to her, and over the last few years, I have watched her transform herself into just this little powerhouse. And you will notice, and we're going to dive into a lot of this stuff, and you'll notice when the reason I say bold is because she is bold. Now, how many women are going to take their hair off? They don't, but you do, and you look fantastic. I mean, you were out there just shining. I love that about you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. And I love my hair. I'm never going back.
Never going back?
Never going back.
Hey, that's good. You got to find. Hey, I love my hair too, man. I tell you what, slow maintenance.
I tell me about it.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
awesome.
But no, you look great. You train hard. I mean, I've watched you go from, but like I said, just this little straight thing to, I mean, you got lats now, you have belts popping, you are lifting some weight. What started your fitness journey to begin with? What really put you into the mindset that, hey, you know what, I want to train?
So as a child, I was fat and unhealthy, and my parents were fat and unhealthy, and that's just how I grew up. I couldn't run, I couldn't do pull-ups, I couldn't do push-ups, I couldn't do sit-ups, like all the things that they want you to do in school. I was that one kid that struggled and just I hated that growing up. And I got to high school, I played volleyball for a long time, but even then I still didn't like how I felt or how I looked. So once I was out on my own, I learned how to eat and I learned how to lift, and I I didn't want to be that one person in my family that was still in the same place and unhealthy.
Yeah, you wanted to take control of it. I know the feeling. It's crazy because we have been um almost indoctrinated into this society of, oh, you know what? It's okay. You can look however you want. You can eat whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's how you feel. And I get that to a point, right? Because we want to
Mhm.
feel okay with ourselves. We want to look in the mirror and be happy. And there's really nothing wrong. I mean, if you're overweight and you're happy with it, I get that. That's fine. For me, it's like you said, it's health, right? You have to know that if you are putting those foods in your body, if you are living a lifestyle that is unhealthy, there's going to be consequences. I mean, even bodybuilders know this, right? I mean, yeah, they're 300 pounds and they have hardly any body fat, but their heart still has to pump blood through 300 pounds.
Yep.
It's not good on the heart,
Right.
right? I mean, we know these things, but I think it really I think society has tried to turn us into this. You look in the mirror and you know that, hey, I'm not healthy. I could do better. But society's trying to say, oh yeah, no, that's fine. You just go be you.
Right.
And
Yeah, no,
it's yeah,
I don't know. My mom is diabetic. My grandparents were diabetic and like had high cholesterol and just like problem after problem after problem after problem. And I I knew better. I didn't want to stay in that place even though like to them it was fine because
yeah,
it's not fine.
yeah. It's not, especially if you're looking in the mirror and you're realizing, hey, I'm not happy with me. I know that I can do better. I did something similar. I played sports and lifted and did things my entire life. And for some reason in my early 40s, I had a couple injuries. I folded my knee in half playing soccer with some 16-year-old kids at like 42, right? I mean, I tore the MCL, tore the patella tendon, tore the meniscus. I mean, just shredded it, right? But from that time, I like stopped for a while. I just let myself kind of go because for a while, I tried to blame it on the injury, but it really wasn't the injury. It was just kind of a loss of discipline and a time in my life where I was just like, you know what? I just need to cruise for a while. And it wasn't the best choice. And then my baby boy, he graduated high school, I guess 4 years ago. And well, no, 2020. So 3 years ago now. And at his graduation party, I saw a picture of myself in the mirror or
Yeah.
in with my son, not in the mirror, but with my son. And I was like, what in the hell have you done? Where I was 325 pounds, girl. I'm telling you, I was like, this is not good. You're not going to be around to play with your grandkids. You're not going to be around to do these things. I mean, hell, man, you can barely bend over to tie your freaking shoes right now. I mean, so at that moment, I just flipped that switch back and got my life back. But it wasn't easy. It was hard. Lots of research involved. What was it with nutrition? Like, did you just kind of wing it, or did you use a coach? How did you start getting control of those controllables in your life?
So I kind of knew what was healthy, the very basic, like eat protein, eat your vegetables kind of thing, but I I needed to like delve deeper into what that really meant. And it's kind of funny because I walked into a nutrition store one day in Colorado and I ended up meeting um a former bodybuilder and he just I don't know, I talked to him for a long time and he explained things a little more that wasn't just like eat chicken and rice,
Yeah.
you know, because that can destroy a healthy relationship with food too. And I'm not
Yes.
bashing people that do that, but like that's really hard to do.
Very.
But I mean, I did the whole chicken, broccoli, and rice thing for a while, and like I was feeling good, don't get me wrong. It was just mentally so hard to stick with. Um, But I did that for a while. And then I actually got a nutrition coach last November that switched everything for me.
Yeah.
Um, so this lady's program was 4 months. I lost about 10 inches off of my waist and just about 20 pounds now. I learned how to pretty much eat what I want and, not count calories. Just she explained everything to me that was like the opposite of like we were saying what the world is teaching us because the world doesn't want us to know that we can heal ourselves. The
Yeah.
world doesn't want us to know that we can actually feel good and it's it's sad, but man, that was like life changing for me. I went completely gluten free, dairy free, soy free, sugar free. I cut all that out and it all my problems dissipated.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw that transition. I saw you go because even when you were getting strong, you were still a little blocky, and now you're like, I mean, you tapered down. You have a nice waist. You're looking really good and healthy. And you know what says it the most? And this is my favorite. You have one of the most infectious smiles that I
Thank
come
you.
across. It's great. I love it. And when you post your pictures, you are so happy, and you can see that smile, and your face is just beaming. I love that. Like that's what I like with my clients. So I don't actually do meal plans for my clients. I'm a licensed nutritionist. I do not do meal plans. I do nutrition education,
Amen.
right? I teach them about macros and micros. We discuss different types of foods and how they will work in the body. And the chicken and rice thing, I get it. But if you remember, even in Seth Morosi's video, Chicken and Rice Motherfuckers, right? Well, even in his video, he talks about how eat, getting back to those basics will help you learn what affects your body differently and to eat that way for a short period of time and then start experimenting. And
Right,
that's kind of what I did, right? I started with the chicken and rice. Like I used one protein source, one carb source, one vegetable source, and it was chicken, rice, and broccoli. And that is pretty much all I ate other than slamming a protein shake after I worked out, right? And I
right,
did that for a few weeks. And then I would add in, like maybe I added in potatoes. Okay, potatoes seem to work pretty good. And
yeah,
then I added in oatmeal. Okay, oatmeal works pretty good. Add in this. That didn't work very good, right? Like I found out very quickly that I have a good relationship with red meat as long as it's once or twice a week and not 4 or 5 days a week,
right.
right? It
Yeah,
works great for me, but not if I can't eat it every day. For me, I have to stick more to fish, chicken, and ground turkey. Works awesome. Eggs, they work great in me.
right. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I don't know, for a little while I was eating beef like every day, and it weighed me down so much, and I could feel it, and I could feel the difference, and I knew I had, even though it's not a terrible thing for you, I knew I had to cut that out. And that's what people don't realize. Just because something is healthy or considered fine for you, that doesn't mean it's necessarily doing your body a justice.
Yeah, you got to get in tune, right? You
Right.
have to get in tune. And I also liked what you said about uh, uh, the statement you made about eating, that if you're just you have to be I can't remember exactly how you worded it, but you said you need to be comfortable with eating as well. You can't just have it so bland that because you won't stick to that, right?
Oh my gosh, no. I mean, even when I was doing chicken and rice, like I still had sauces, I still had seasonings. Like you do whatever it takes to get. By the end of the day, it's just tiring. You want like fruitful meals.
Yeah, you need some variety. I think it some people, I mean, there's some machines out there that will just power
Oh yeah,
through, and I mean, they got no problem. That is definitely not me. Like, I like some variety. I do meal prep, so and what I try to do is stagger my protein meal preps, right? So, like today, I got some family coming over. I'm barbecuing some big flats of chicken, right? It's boneless, skinless chicken, big
yeah,
flats. Tomorrow, I'm gonna prep a big family pack of ground turkey. So the chicken will last 2, 3 days, 4 days. Then starting tomorrow, the ground turkey will last. So I can mix those in my meals. So I'm not eating the same thing. And then maybe I add some red meat at the end of the week, some fish. I've been eating a lot of fish lately because I'm currently cutting. I have a couple clients that are preparing for a bodybuilding show, and I'm cutting with them just for my own sake. But yeah, it's just you can find ways to add that variety and get some spice in there, right? So that it's not
right.
like, oh, it's chicken and rice again. This is gonna suck.
Yeah,
It does get hard to swallow sometimes.
yeah, no kidding. I mean, the biggest thing for me was not realizing, because in my mind, I was like, I just need to lose 15 pounds of fat. Well, it's not necessarily just fat, it's inflammation.
Yes.
A lot of bad foods, and that's what clicked in my brain when I did this program with my coach, is she teaches you how to eat to not only heal your body, but to get rid of the inflammation that's causing all of these problems.
Yeah.
And I was mind blown. Like, I couldn't believe, I mean, even as far as my back, like you said, I thought I was fine. Like I thought I was built and it was inflammation and I was breaking out real bad and I was eating healthy. I was eating
Yeah.
fine. And it just I couldn't believe the amount of things that was in my so-called diet that was hurting me instead of helping me.
Yeah, no, you are 100% accurate. It amazes me, not even just with food, but even lifting, like how cookie cutter some people can be. You have to do this, you have to lift it exactly this way, you have to do, okay, well, my body is not your body, number one. My muscle attachments aren't the same as yours. My muscle lengths, my femur length, all of these different factors, right?
Yep,
My flexibility may not be your flexibility. What you need to do is find the things that work for you, that work in your body, the lifts that work for your body, the angles that work for your body. Are you able to get into that muscle, squeeze it, stretch it, all those things? That's what's going to benefit you. It can't be, oh, you have to do it this way. It just
right,
doesn't work, right? I do know cookie cutter programs, right? I don't necessarily coach for the money. I mean, I get paid. I have to get paid for my time to be able to do what it
right,
is that I do, right? But I coach to teach my clients the how to and the why so that they can take that information and eventually leave me if they want, because now they have the tools to program their diet, to program their weight training, to program all of the things so that they can benefit themselves. Now if they want me, I'm here, I'm happy to continue to train them, but once they have that information, if they're ready to move on and try it themselves, now they have the tools to do so, because ultimately I want to help people, period. That's what I like doing. That I get more joy out of seeing other people succeed and do great things than I do even myself. So that's just the approach I've taken. So none of my programs are cookie cutter. Everything is customized to your goals, what you're trying to accomplish, the different types of training that you're trying to accomplish, and it benefits them, and it benefits them quicker. Did you freeze, or you still there?
yeah, I think you froze.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
Did we both
Because this,
freeze?
I don't know. It was still rolling on this end. I think you might have froze, but you're back now.
Okay, you're back too.
So, but yeah, it just, you have to, I think that people need to customize things to individuals and not just, here it is, take it or leave it.
Yep. I mean, I paid one coach I found on Instagram, like, I don't even know what it was now, a couple $100 or something for him to give me a meal plan, but like that didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. Do you have a coach for your strength training, or
Never have.
never have? Are you
Nope.
researching and programming your own routines, or what are you doing?
I I just learn as I go. I watch people and if I have questions, I'll ask people. But as far as like building my back and how, the time that that's taken, it's taken so many back workouts to finally learn how to contract and to lift correctly without hurting myself. And like, I hate when people are like, I'm just gonna lose 20 pounds in a month, or I'm just gonna gain this much in a month. It's like, do you not realize how long some of these people have been lifting consistently to get to where they're at? You can't look like this tomorrow.
Mm-mm. Training is, I tell people this all the time. Training is not measured in days and weeks, it's measured in months and years. It
For
takes
real.
years to pack muscle on. When you see a bodybuilder on stage, an IFBB pro, that dude at a minimum, or woman, anybody, that at a minimum, they've probably been training consistently for a decade. At a
Absolutely.
minimum. Especially the bigger guys, the open guys, a decade or more, they've been training just to get to there. So it is measured in years. It takes time for the body to put that kind of muscle on. So what is your favorite type of training? What how do you do most of your trainings? You do strength training? Are you trying to do like what's your physique goal? Your ultimate physique goal?
I mean, when back when you first started seeing me, I was doing a ton of cardio. I enjoyed it. And then I actually got into a car accident. And after that, I couldn't really do much cardio.
Yeah.
And I knew that, yeah, cardio's it's good for you, but at the end of the day, I knew that for me to feel better, I had to eat what was right for me and lift to heal my body. So as far as right now, like I just want to be strong and healthy. I'm not looking to like do a show or anything like that. I want to be able to look in the mirror one day and say, I did that.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Hey, you can look in the mirror right now and say that.
I know.
So
It's
that's
awesome.
awesome. That's very good. So do you mainly focus like on powerlifting moves like deadlift, bench, squat, or do you do more like high volume training? What's your program looking like right now?
So I don't if I do squat or deadlift or anything like that, I don't do anything heavy right now because I'm still learning how to, brace my core and make, like I want to make my core and my lower back as strong as possible before I get anywhere near lifting like that. But as far as my upper back, man, I love being on machines. I don't know what it is. I like I mean, I've always been this way though. I just something about being able to move the weight down like every 12 reps. That's what I do. I'll get on like a back machine and I'll start at like 20, 30 pounds, do 40, 45 reps to warm up, and then I'll just do 12 reps of each weight until I can't go anymore.
Yeah. Just doing progressive overload. Okay. No, that's good. A lot of people, you have like, there's two mentalities out there. You have the kind of that old school, it's got to be iron, do it with a dumbbell, don't use a machine, da da da. Da. And then you have a lot of these newer coaches, and even some of the best coaches now, like Hani Rambod and Chad Nichols and these guys, they're incorporating a lot of machines with their athletes, and the reason is because these machines, there's been a lot of engineering that goes into them to design them to really hit certain parts of the muscles and to help you engage certain parts of the muscles. I think people underestimate the use of equipment, and I think they really underestimate it when it comes to using things like lifting straps and lifting belts and different things. They think that, oh, it makes you weak. If you can't hold the weight, you shouldn't be moving it anyway. But what they're not realizing is it really depends on your goals. And I'm going to tell you right now, your back is a lot stronger than your forearms and your biceps. Number one. Number two, if your goal is to build big, juicy back muscles like a bodybuilder does. They use straps so that they can basically let go of the bar. And when you're not squeezing the bar or the handles that you're using, it disengages the bicep and puts all the movement into the back.
Mm,
You get a
yeah.
much better contraction, right? I literally can put my straps on and just put my pinkies on the strap to hold it. And the
Yeah.
weight is pulled. I don't need no grip on pull downs or rows. None. I can
Wow.
pull all with my back. And so it's going to build your back better. It's going to get it stronger. Now, is your forearms going to get the work that they should get? No. But I have a supplement day. So I also, like you, I had a injury about 15 months ago. I broke the second, third, fourth, and fifth metatarsal in my foot, complete displacement fracture with the Liz Franks dislocation. It was terrible, right? I have to
Yeah.
wear this crazy, it's called a crow boot. I probably have to wear that thing for life. So I can't really do cardio anymore. So I
Right.
can't do squats. I can't do leg press. I can't do any of that. So all I can really do for my legs is leg extensions and like seated hamstring curls and adduction and abduction. I can't really do anything else. So I've developed programs to help me keep my legs strong and build my legs that way. But on that day when I do that work, I also do forearm work, right? I do different things
Okay.
for my forearms, right? Because I want good grip strength. I want my forearms. I don't want to have these big biceps, these big old shoulders, and then my forearms are, non-existent,
Yeah,
right? So
I feel
but
that.
you just have to supplement, right? But they are very beneficial. It's just like with the belt. You can lift more weight with a belt. It's not, it allows you, it gives you something to brace against. You talked about
Right.
learning bracing,
Yeah, well, and
right?
it's kind of sad because I see a lot of people that walk into gyms with belts, and I'm like holding my breath for them, knowing that they're probably going to hurt themselves, and they don't even realize it because people don't know how to brace. They don't know how to have a neutral spine, and like it's all about the education, and it's just not there.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. It can't, you see those people in there going to lift a lot of weight and they're doing it wrong and you were just waiting for something to happen.
I mean, I really like it makes me cringe when I see somebody go to deadlift and their back arches completely. And I'm just
Oh,
like, here we
yeah,
go. Here we
that
go.
or they start doing that shake thing at the top. I'm waiting for their bicep to snap off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, hey, what's the future hold for Carrie? What's the big plans for you in the future?
Man, I really I just want to be strong and feel good. I want to be able to not have any chronic pain. I want to be able to go on like really long hikes. I'm not interested in doing like marathons or anything crazy like that. I just want to feel my best self. And I'm not one of those people that are like, I'm just gonna wait till Monday. I'm just gonna wait till next month. I'm just gonna wait until this happens or until like we pass this holiday. That's not worth it to me.
No, you're a worker. You're a worker. I see your pictures. I see you in the gym. You're very consistent and your physique shows it. I mean, you can really see it. You've definitely built something. And you know what you said earlier when you said, I just want to look in the mirror and say I did that. That is a cool feeling, isn't it? When you look
Absolutely.
in the mirror after transforming, like doing a complete body recomp, and you look in the mirror and go, man, I did that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely something that I'm so proud of, especially doing everything on my own, not having a mentor, not having a coach, not having someone to, tell me or explain to me how to do things, how to get, I couldn't have an ego. I had to just go in and be like, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this. If, other people like it or not, if I like it or not, I need to do this. And I mean, it's not just for my health too. I have to go for therapy. Mm,
Yeah.
You know, with the way that I grew up, my parents weren't nice people. So once I was able to get away from a toxic life, that was my escape, and it is to this day. I have to lift. I can't just sit down and go talk to somebody and them understand like how how strong some of my thoughts can be. Like that's where I go to take out every bit of emotion that I have to feel better.
100%. I call the gym Prozac all the time. Like it is literally my Prozac. If I have a couple rest days in a row, I start to get a little grumpy.
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
It is, man. 100%.
And I don't know, I'm not one of those people that goes around saying like, oh, I'm just gonna go to the gym to get my endorphins or to get healthy. Like, no, I may seem like a pretty happy person, but I can get pretty pissed off and like I that's where I go. So I don't lose my shit on people so I can be the happy person that people do see on social media.
We all have demons, right?
Oh my gosh.
We all have them. I'm telling you, the face that you put out to the public is not always the face that maybe a close loved one or see, or the face that even you see in the mirror at times. I can relate. Like when I busted my foot, I was literally in the best shape of my life. I was 235 pounds with abs. I mean, I was
Hmm.
feeling great. And then all of a sudden, here I am, and the break was so bad with the surgeries. The doc really, literally did not want me getting off the couch for almost 4 months because he was very worried about blood clots. Because I've had in the last 15 months, I've had 3 surgeries on this foot. I've had bones removed, bones shaved down, pins and screws put in to hold things in place. I mean, it's a mess. Um, if you want, I'll send you a picture of the MRI. I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
I'm sure
"Oh,
it's
that
wild.
it's like it literally like so the foot's supposed to be like this, and it looks like this."
Oh God.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
it's crazy. But there were literally times during that stretch where I was stuck and could see no way out. Where like I would literally wake up in the morning and be like, why did I wake up?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? Why? I just like I just didn't even I couldn't even deal with it mentally because I was so active. It was like
Right.
killing me. It took a lot to get out of that.
I mean, it really takes a toll on your mind. Even, you know, like you said, going a couple days without something, you know. And I mean, one thing that really gets me, if I'm in that place where I don't want to go lift, I stick my pre-workout. I stick Axe and Sledge's extra stem pre-workout in my drink and I'll take it at home. And I have no choice but to go. Otherwise, I will be so sick and feel so horrible that like I just know. And
Aren't those some of the best though?
oh, it's
Aren't
so
those
good.
when you don't want to go and you're like, "Oh, this is stupid," and you call yourself names, and then you just like, fine, I'll just go. And then you get in there and you get a few sets in, and you're like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that extra stem is no joke.
What are you taking,
I
DBAP or whatever?
no, I take the right now I
Seven
have your Mama's Sweet Peach extra stem.
is that the seventh gear? Is that what you're taking?
I'm not sure if it's a part of the seventh gear,
Okay.
but it's definitely just I have seventh gear too, and man,
Yeah, see, I don't use their pre-workouts. I love I used to. I found some that I like a little bit better. I love their demo day. It is the
oh my
without a
gosh,
doubt, in my opinion, the best carbohydrate powder on the market. I've
it's so
tried
good.
several others. There's nothing better than that. Best pumps. It is that they hit gold with that product.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be in the gym. I'll take like half a scoop of the carb powder with my pre-workout, and then when I'm feeling like I have nothing left to give at all, I'll just drink the other half and
Yeah.
I'll be there for like another hour.
Yeah, no, it is no joke. I love that stuff. It is very good. I like I use lots of different separate companies for different things, right? So like I
Right.
love Old School Labs and Evogen's protein powder. I love it.
Okay.
To me, it's the best in the market. Um, I love Cutler and Cutler Nutrition's pre-workouts. I like his stem pre-workout because it has nootropics in it, and I don't
Mm,
want to take a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I like
right.
theirs. I also like Raw has some good products that I like for pre-workout. And then when it comes to carbohydrate powder, and if I'm using a fat burner, that's where I use Axe and Sledge. I love the Fired product. I didn't even try the new one they came out with. I'm just very happy with Fired. I love it. When I need to use a fat burner, that's the one I use. I always use their demo day. Like I said, it's the best carbohydrate powder on the market.
Yeah. No, I really love it. I'm sure you know who MTS is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I have some of their products too. that work pretty good. I have like a digestive enzyme. They have a fat burner, but it's really strong. I remember taking it one day before going to work for whatever stupid reason,
Ah,
and I was shaking. Like
oh,
my heart was beating really fast, and I
I
was
don't like
sweating,
that.
and it was really strong. I don't know how some people take stuff like that. I just
Yeah, I can't. I
I
don't
don't
like to
know.
shake. That's what I like about Fired. Fired, like I feel up. It has Fired has. I love nootropics. I love them. Fired has some nootropics in it. It gets me up. I definitely feel warmer. I definitely sweat more. And but I don't feel shaky. Like I can take
Mm.
it and then, I mean, obviously I'm not taking it right before bed, but I could take it midday even, and still I got no problem going to sleep if I need to. It curbs my appetite. It does everything it's supposed to do. So I definitely enjoy that one. Now,
Yeah,
how?
no,
Oh, go
well,
ahead.
and that's the thing. I was just gonna say, a lot of people, they're either like way into supplements or they're not. That's fine, but at the end of the day, like some things really do help you
Yeah,
get to your goals, you know?
yeah, 100%. 100%. And you just my advice to people shopping supplements. I mean, first of all, try them. Try different ones. There's a lot of people out there that maybe they buy into a culture and that's the only product that they're going to use, period, because they buy into that culture. But I'm just telling you, there's a lot of companies that make some good products. The main thing you really want to look for, look at the labels, man. See what's in there. If there's a bunch of stuff that says proprietary blend and you can't get stay away from that. You're not that's typically because they don't want to tell you exactly how much of L-citrulline you're getting or exactly how much arginine you're getting or anything, right? It has beta
Right,
alanine. It's a proprietary blend. Those are ranges. You want supplement companies that are totally above board, like Axe and Sledge, Evogen, Cutler Nutrition, Raw supplements. There's several others, but they literally list the exact ingredients on the label, and they're trustworthy companies. I've never got products that didn't perform the way they said they would. I've had some that work better than others, right? And some of that could be your own body composition or your own chemistry of your body. Certain compounds will work better within your body than mine, or vice versa. So,
right. Yeah, I mean, even even for men and women, like there's definitely things that I can't take, like, or I could take like half, or it really just depends. And there's certain things that, like I said, make my body react a certain way, and there's some things that work really well.
yeah,
And like you said, people have to take that time to figure out, okay, like this is what really works for me, but it's not going to take like just trying the one thing
yeah,
to be like, okay, I'm just going to settle on this, you
yeah,
know, X, Y, and Z, and just I'm just gonna go to the gym. And like I can't stand when people just take shitty products and still go lift. It's like you're kind of wasting your time.
yeah. It's one of the things that really drew me to Seth Ferosi, right? So, yeah, he's a harsh, crazy dude. He does some crazy stuff, but he's always, in my experience, the content that he puts out, he's always been very in your face and honest about things, number one. Number two, he tells you to experiment with your body and to find out what works for you. He doesn't say, take my stuff, it's the best. Don't ever use anything else. No, he says, hey, yeah, experiment. We think this is a great product. This is why we think it's great. It has this, and this. We've done a lot of experimentation and we think it's going to work for you. Try it out.
Right.
But he tells you to experiment with your own body because everybody's body's different.
Yeah.
He doesn't,
No,
yeah, I love that about him and personally.
absolutely. And he's so real. Like I know when I first came across some of his YouTube videos, it was like you can feel what he's saying.
Yes.
And it kind of just hits you and makes you realize like it's kind of like a friend that you needed that's going to tell you the truth.
Yes, 100% with no, like, he's not sugarcoating anything. He's
Nothing.
not sugarcoating it. He gonna tell you how it is, and hey, like it or don't like it, but that's what I see.
Right.
So yeah, I love it. I
Well,
love
and
it. So
it's
hey,
I was just gonna say it's not like he's ever gonna change either. He's gonna be that same person until he's dead, and that I love that. You're always
100%,
gonna get that.
100%. Let me ask you a question. How many days a week you training?
You know, it really just depends on the week. But
Yeah, average.
if I have the choice to pick, I would say I like to go at least 4 days a week.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
At
that's good.
least.
Yeah, I do. So I do a lot of workouts. So I actually use weight training as like my cardio now, since I can't do it. So I typically, a lot of times, I will go to the gym twice a day. Uh, and I'll do that for sometimes like 3 days in a row and then take a day off and then or I'll just do one workout that day and take a day off. I just kind of listen to my body when my if I'm going in to do chest and my triceps or something in my arms or shoulders still hurt, then it's hey, it's rest day, right?
Right.
But I so typically I'll go in, it's kind of an old school thing where like Jay Cutler used to do this a lot when he was prepping for the Olympia. He'd go in, he'd work a big body part in the morning and a small body part in the evening,
Mm,
right?
okay.
Now, he would have structured rest days, to recover because he's obviously doing a lot more weight and a lot more volume than I'm doing. I'm 51, almost 52 years old, and I'm, a little handicapped right now. So it's not like I'm in there slinging a ton of weight. I do what I can. I do a lot more volume, but I use those second workouts more like cardio, right? I'll go in
Mm,
if it's chest day. I'll go in and I'll be very focused on the movements. It's very structured. My reps are, I'm looking for a rep range. I don't ever like, oh, I got to hit 12. No, if I'm shooting for 12 and I only hit 8, that's good, right? I'm moving some more weight. But then I'll go in the evening, and that workout is a little bit more circuit style, a lot faster paced.
mm,
A lot lighter weight. It's more about just moving blood into the area and get my heart rate up, almost like cardio. I like it, and it's usually a little bit shorter, a little bit faster type of workout. But I love going there. Sometimes I just go hang out with the guys. I train half the high school football team over there, it seems like. No, there's just some guys, a lot of the young kids in there. I just help them out. They're good dudes, man. They're good dudes. They're in there working hard. They're very. I live in a very small town in Alabama, and
mm.
these kids, I'm telling you, it's yes, sir, no, sir. They're always waving, saying hi. They're good kids, and they're in the gym. They could be out being stupid, but they're in the gym
Yeah.
working, and they ask questions, and I am happy to help. I am happy. I
Well,
don't,
and
I don't.
I really love that. There's a lot of kids out there that don't have that kind of guidance and mentor and love, and like that's how kids succeed as adults is by having somebody like you.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. It's very kind. I love helping them, man. They're good. They're good kids. They could be doing such crazy stuff, especially nowadays. But they're in there
Yeah.
trying to better themselves. I mean, one of these kids, man, I'm so proud of him. He just got a rodeo scholarship. He's a bulldogger, right? And I've seen some of his videos on Instagram, and he just got a scholarship to college to do rodeo. I mean, and he trains for his sport and does those things. And there's some bodybuilders in there that I talk to and work with, and just average people. Some of them just average kids, just wanting to get in the gym and work out. So it's fun. It'll change your life. It'll change your life completely if you can get that discipline and keep it. You'll be a lot better off. So let me ask you this, Carrie. If you could tell anybody anything, what would it be?
I would say with or without help, you need to dig deep and find within yourself what you truly love doing. Because if you don't, you will be the same person in 6 years in the same place, doing the same damn thing, being the same sad person that never lived, never did anything, never went anywhere. I I don't know. I want to be I want to be able to show people by the time I'm old, I did all of these things without regret.
You, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one because passion is important. It is very important, especially if you want to be happy. You do have to find those things. So often I think people look at, I want to be rich, or I want this car, or I want this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you can get to the point where you can buy those things, or you have all this money, it won't make you happy. If you're going to a job that you hate, if you're doing things every day that you absolutely despise, it's going to rot you from the inside out and you'll be miserable. But if you go do something that you're passionate about and that you love doing, so when you wake up in the morning, it's not work. You're not like, I have to go to work. You're like, I get to go to work. I'm excited,
Right.
right?
When I think the my where my mindset came from is I grew up watching my parents be the same stagnant people. And I know that they're never going to change, but I know at the end of the day, they're not happy with their life. They're not happy with themselves. I really hate when people say, I just got to go on vacation to get away from my life.
Yeah, that's
And
tough.
then, say like, oh, I have to come back and deal with all this.
Yeah,
That's, I mean, so ungrateful
it's
and
time to find a new path.
something.
Yeah. I see, I love what I do. This podcast, I literally get like butterflies. I get excited. We've been doing this now for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I literally each week I get excited. I mean, you got some of the text. So excited, can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome, right? I just love talking to people. So it's fun. I really like doing it. When I'm training the clients, I love it. My new job now that I have, my other business day to day, I do insurance. I love doing it because I can I get the opportunity to help families prepare for the worst day in their life.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to admit they need it. Nobody wants to think or talk about it. But if you have never been on the opposite end of someone in your family passing away and things weren't in order, and now you're doing GoFundMe's or you're standing on a street corner trying to find the money to just have a decent funeral for them,
Right.
I get to help families with that. And not just that. I mean, there's other products that we do that help people retire. I like helping and coaching people, and I do that in every aspect of my life. So it's not work for me. When I
Right.
get up at 4:30 in the morning so I can go to the gym because I know I'll be working for the next 12 or 15 hours, it's not work. There's
Yeah,
good
no,
days. I have fun.
my dad's been an electrician for 35 years and good for him. If he likes doing that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I watched both of my parents just come home and complain about how much they hated their lives.
Yeah. It's not good.
That's not me. I mean,
Mm-mm.
obviously everybody gets tired, but
Yes.
I don't want to fall asleep every night thinking like just being so hateful. People have it way worse, you know, than what we have. And you really have to be humble and you have to be grateful and you have to realize like things are good and your mind is powerful.
Very.
I grew up just being in such a toxic and negative environment and like it's taken a long time to learn like retrain my brain how to think positively and your life can change drastically by doing just that one thing.
Yeah, you are right on point. Being positive, having a positive outlook. I tell people all the time, I want you to work. The number one thing I want you to work on more than anything else is to be able to look yourself in the mirror and just say, you know what? I'm happy today. I'm genuinely happy today. And to then look for all of the little things that'll make you smile, right? I mean, just the little things. Because every day, I believe every day, I end the podcast every day with don't forget, every episode with don't forget to smile. I say it because every single day, there's something that you can find to smile about, whether it's that one person that loves you, the other person that maybe smiled at you that day, that fun time you had 10 years ago, a loved one, whatever. There's always a reason, even if it's just you're just breathing, right? There's a reason you can smile that day and take the opportunity because I'm telling you right now, it's hard to feel bad with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
It really is. If you look at yourself and you're smiling, it's hard to feel bad. Even if you got stuff going on. We all got stuff going on. We all have tough times in our lives. We go through crisis in and out of different relationships in our life, whether it be friends, marriages, different things. All these things happen. But even with that, if you're smiling, it's kind of hard. And sometimes that stuff can get pushed away for a little bit and just give you a breather.
Right. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I've always believed so strongly in your mind and manifestation, and it all goes down to the science. Like it's not a lie, if you wake up and you tell yourself, like it's not just about like, oh, I'm gonna have a good day. You have to feel it. You have to tell yourself what you're gonna do to make it a good day, and you have to like engulf your whole brain with positivity and just feel it within your whole self
And
to believe.
action.
Yeah,
Action. That's what you're talking about. Action. You say it, believe it, and act. You can't say it and then go, yeah, okay, whatever. I said it, but it's
I
going to
know
be a crappy
quite a
day.
few people that are like that. They'll talk and they'll talk and they'll talk and then do
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Action is the key. And it's the key to everything, right? Action is the key to working out. It's the key to diet. It's the key to everything. If you're
You
not
have to
acting
want
upon it,
it.
you're stagnant.
You have to want it so bad too. You have to truly want it. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle is they'll say like, "Oh, I'm going to start my diet on Monday." That's not truly wanting it though. If you truly want it, you're going to start right now and you're going to do whatever it takes to get to where you want to be.
Which goes back to what you said about finding inside you what makes you happy, finding that passion, right? Because
Right.
if you're passionate, you're not going to wait till Monday. You start right now.
Yeah. Well, and I think society has really pushed that on people with all the diets and all the programs and like it's not sustainable.
I did some research on dieting. I do lots of research on nutrition and dieting, and I did some research. And one of the articles I read, the average American adult will try over 126 different diets in their lifetime.
I mean, I've tried some things, but that's
126,
mm-mm.
right? Where the best diet, the first of all, the best diet, because I have people ask me this all the time too. What's the best diet? Is it keto? Is it intermittent fasting? Is it eating like a bodybuilder? Is it eating vegetarian? All these different things, right? And I say, I'll tell you right now, the best diet's the one you're going to stick to, buddy. Period. They all have
Real.
some good and bad aspects to them, um, but what works for your body and what are you going to stick to?
Yep. I
That's
mean,
that's the best diet.
right. That's what I really loved about working with my coach is, we took out all these things, great, fine, but when I started putting like dairy, oh no.
Yeah, dairy
Oh no,
jacks me up.
I couldn't do it. And I mean,
Yeah,
all these years of having dairy and breaking out real bad and feeling bloated and just all these problems, I had no idea. I had
yeah,
no idea.
yep. No, that's
And
very good.
man, it's so mind-blowing because, some people are just fine with some things.
Yeah,
For me, I absolutely under no circumstance. And a lot of people don't understand. It's like, oh well, just have a piece of this.
Yeah.
Just have just have a piece of this, have a piece of that. I'm like, I will literally be sick.
I have a friend, she said, you know Heidi Wacker from the demo crew. You seen her
Yeah, she lives in
at all?
Alaska.
Yeah, Heidi. So I'm very good friends with Heidi. So Heidi, she was talking about something when it comes to nutrition, and she said, be careful with your tasting. You have no idea how many calories you will put into your body by going, yeah, I'm just gonna have a bite of this. I'm gonna have a bite of this. I'm gonna have a bite of this. You do that all day, and next thing you know, you've eaten another 500-600 calories, and who knows what the macros are, right?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, it's very important to kind of figure those things out. What really works good for you. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, I think that ultimately the best diet is lean proteins, whole foods, good healthy vegetables, clean carbs, not eating a bunch of sugar. Sugar, in my opinion, is the absolute processed sugar is the absolute worst thing you can put in your body and causes probably majority of the inflammation within us and a lot of the damage. Sugar is just processed sugar is horrible.
Oh my God, I'll go in the grocery store and you know, people don't realize most of the stuff in your grocery store is what's causing you problems.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean,
100%.
I don't care what people say, but I look at every label. If you can't read what's on the label, and if there's like tons of ingredients, that's like a list this long, you want to be putting that in your body?
Yeah, no. I tell people to stay on the outsides of the grocery store as much as possible.
I mean,
Everything that's
there's
in there
some
on a
things
shelf,
that, yeah, there's
other
some
than
things that I
rice or
get.
some things, but
Right. Like I really love Simple Mills. They have good stuff. It's
hmm
finding those companies that if you're gonna buy something that's boxed or whatever, sauces, whatnot, it's making sure that you know what's in them. Like you know exactly what you're putting in your body.
yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you 100%. It is important to do that research to know what's going in you because the some of the things you guys that we put in our bodies are not good for us at all, not even a little bit. So, but hey, do me a favor. We've been at this for a minute. Go ahead. I want you to throw your codes out there. What's your Access Sledge code? Your demo crew code?
So I actually haven't had the demo crew code for a while. And there's a
Okay,
story behind that.
okay. What's that?
So I had a code a long time ago. And somebody that was a part of the Axe and Sledge group was like, "Hey, I want you to come join my company or whatever." And I didn't really know much at the time, but I went and I got his code. Well, Axe and Sledge found out, I got in trouble, and I didn't realize that.
Ah,
Like I
gotcha.
didn't know you can get for doing that. So they actually took my code, and I screwed myself over, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I actually
I
quit. I was just gonna say I gave my code up when I quit using their products exclusively, just for that reason. I didn't think it was fair. I was I was gonna pump the products that I like for the companies that I like, and I didn't want to be tied to them in any way. So doesn't mean I don't like
right,
them or enjoy the company and the stuff they put out because I do. I like lots of different things that people put out, and
right.
I don't want to be tied.
I mean, I stopped taking their protein powder when I did this program, and reason being is the inflammation that it
Yeah.
causes. The only thing that I can take right now, which is wild to me, because I was taking lots of different protein powders, but I buy Vital Proteins,
hmm
and it's just collagen.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
like you can add cinnamon, you can add whatever you want to it. And at the end of the day, I know that it's not going to do anything to hurt me.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel bad. Yeah. And that's the goal, right? We want to
Yep,
feel good. We want to be hell, we don't want to be walking around feeling bloated like we need to find a toilet in a hurry, right? I mean, we just
right.
want to feel good. So
Yep.
yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Well, Carrie, I am very thankful that you came on with me. It was nice to pick your brain about some things and talk with you a little bit. I encourage everybody out there to Kari Miller, follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She is fun to watch. She will definitely put a smile on your face. So it's good to see people working hard. But with that, there you go. With that, I want to tell everybody right now, you get out there and you work hard, peoples. And remember, don't forget to smile. Thanks so much for watching or listening. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook at Work Hard Peoples LLC or Instagram at Work Hard Peoples LLC. You can also find us on our website at workhardpeoples.com. Have a great day or night. Don't forget to smile.